What's going on, everybody? This is the blockchain backer bringing you the latest cryptocurrency news and analysis. Today, we're taking a look at the Ripple XRP price chart. We will also peek around the rest of the market, probably looking at the Bitcoin price chart and some of the other altcoin market charts that we have out there. But obviously, today we're having some price action over here on the XRP price chart. So I wanted to talk about that. Yesterday, I did put out a Sunday video in which we were talking about how we finally broke out of our 1 month long range, and then we back tested that range. Now we've started to move our way up a little bit higher. There's a lot of things we have to look at here. The first thing, I put out a video last week talking about, my exit plans and exit strategies for a lot of the different altcoins, and that really the big key resistance for XRP before we can truly get excited and say that we're going into a bull run is really once we take out 80 cents. So everything is all about making our way, marching our way back up into there, and what kind of volatility are we going to see along the way? Or are we just going to skyrocket out there? Obviously, the relist XRP hashtag is getting a lot of momentum over there on Twitter, but really one of those things I think we're all kind of waiting for at this point is, are any of these exchanges going to actually relist sometime soon? We saw what happened back in December of last year. We had one exchange say that they were going to delist. It started a domino effect, and then they all started doing it. So will we see that type of cascading effect if one of them decide to relist, or at least a major exchange like Bitstamp, Binance US, Coinbase, Kraken? We're all going to have to wait and see, and there's a lot of pressure getting put on them over there on Twitter to at least make some type of statement based on the information that we've heard. I as well have started putting a little bit of pressure myself over there on Twitter, saying that the SEC statement in only Ripple and affiliates of Ripple could have sold XRP illegally, interpreted as exchanges and retail investors are in the clear. Relist XRP, or at least provide a public statement on where you're at. And then this morning I posted again, I'll never forget that Bitstamp was the first to announce XRP trade halts, meant to say halts, ruining Christmas Eve. All of the exchanges followed after that. Who will be the leader and go down in history as the first to relist XRP? Opportunity is knocking. And I'll never forget what that was like on Christmas Eve. And I'll never forget what it was like opening up my Christmas presents. And I haven't told you guys this, but my wife got me a bunch of XRP t-shirts, XRP hats, XRP memorabilia. I got a bunch of it for Christmas. But with that delisting that happened by Bitstamp on Christmas Eve, it completely put a damper on that. I will never, ever forget when Bitstamp did that on Christmas Eve. And I will never, ever forget the first exchange that comes out of the woodwork and says, you know what? We're going to go for it. Just like I give a lot of credit to Uphold for continuing to maintain the buying and selling of XRP through all of this for US citizens. I'm not affiliated with Uphold in any way. I've never had a conversation with these people once in my life, but I do know that they have been a knight in shining armor during this entire time. So we've been putting a lot of pressure on them over there on Twitter. We'll see if they at least can come out and give some type of clarity on where they're at right now. What's holding them back? What actions are they taking? In the end, we're all customers of theirs. Whether or not we're trading XRP or not, those companies are still making a ton of money off of us. We all like to follow them on Twitter and pretend they're our best friends, but in the end, we're their customers. They're making money off of every trade, every purchase, every sell that you do on their exchange. They're making huge bank off of you. And as customers, we have a question, and we would like to have our question answered. What is the status of where you stand with relisting XRP, and what actions are you taking right now to move forward with getting it relisted? Your customers want to know. But all right, we'll move on from that. Let's look at the chart. Definitely a sight for sore eyes to wake up this morning and see that we were having green placed on the board. Still is green, top of the list over here on the right side of my screen. But we have a couple of things that we're working with here in regards to retracement levels that need to get broken through. The very first one is we're now battling against the 786 Fibonacci retracement level. Earlier today, we were battling here against the 702. I was a little weary of that as we got there, but then we did crack through it there an hour later, but the 786 did find us some resistance. So we have now reached back to the very final Fibonacci retracement move of this entire fall, of the one that happened there on February 22nd. So the retrace has been completed. Now the big question is, are we going to get anything more than that? I want to take a little bit more of a zoomed out approach approach and take a peek back over here and look at this. And for all the BC backer OGs who have been around here for a while, we've talked about this many times going through the bear market. What happens when you have a consolidation is you have a parabolic rise followed by a crash, retrace, reaccumulation, and then breakout. And if you notice where the retrace took us to, where did it take us to? 702. Where does a breakout take us all the way out to? Takes us all the way out to $2. We've heard that price number many times on this channel, right? We have our retrace levels taking us all the way out there. You have your 618 Fibonacci retracement level that sits right there where that extension would take you to. But I'll be completely frank with you, I wouldn't even worry about any of that type of stuff if we end up clearing this price level, because this is the one. As you can see back here, that would be equivalent to like right down in here, getting out of here. Just like back in 2013, it's the major breakout level. Just like in the end of 2017, it's the major breakout level. I do not consider this to just be a little baby breakout level. I think this is the mark of the bull run. Once that gets taken out, no telling how fast this thing will go, how high it will go before it reaches its targets. You will not catch me doing any type of day trading up in here. We could see extreme volatility. I've shown that previously, that we do see 60% pullbacks in these markets. You can see this one right over here. This is a 60% pullback. You can see that one up in here. This is a 60% pullback. It would be completely normal to have something like that. However, the breakout level of right here at 80 cents is the big marker. So we can get excited. We can talk about these things a whole lot. We can draw all these squiggly lines all over the place. I'll take them all off for a second. But in the end, the big key level is right there at 80 cents. Take that out, break it out with conviction. We're on our way. There's no turning back. But as XRP is reaching that 786 Fibonacci retracement level, let's take a peek over here at Bitcoin, still moving sideways within this region right in here as XRP is starting to move its way up and as the narrative is slowly starting to change over there for XRP. That's also turning my attention over here to the total altcoin market cap, which is battling up here against the all-time high. One thing to take notice is that on this channel, for all the blockchain backer OGs, once again, is that we talked about the crash, retrace, reaccumulation breakout. But we've also talked about double tapping that all-time high, and we can clearly see there has been no double tap of the all-time high. I don't have the answer for you on whether or not it will or will not, but one thing's blatantly obvious. It did not do 2 taps on that all-time high. So if there is some type of pullback here in those altcoins, it's an opportunity. The narrative would get ugly, all the stuff would get nasty out there, but just remember, normal structure, if that second tap comes up, giant opportunity, because that's what gives you the launching pad to go on and do a full 4.236 fib extension, reaching all the way out to 1.82 trillion for the total altcoin market cap. If you did end up getting some type of double tap back in here, and you'd get bull flag, out. Very, very normal structure. Even when we go back and we grab that previous fractal from the previous bull run, we've looked at this many, many times, and you can see that the growth rate of this bull run started off the exact same pullback areas at the exact same time, same breakouts, same levels, same price levels. However, we can even see in the previous bull run, it did a double tap up in here. We don't have that yet. I'm hoping we don't get it. I'm ready to rock and roll, but I'm also very patient, and I do understand that if we did have some type of double tapping back up in here, that's a normal structure to happen on top of a all-time high. We've seen that in Bitcoin, we've seen that in the Dow Jones Industrial Average, we've seen that in the Nasdaq, we see that in most assets, that when you break above an all-time high, that you can have a double tap on top of it. I've shown you that over here on Ethereum, where we have the double tap after the all-time high gets broken out, and then you eventually break your way out, which then of course led to a full 4.236 Fibonacci extension for the remainder of the bull run. So if we get it, don't panic about it. I say that to keep expectations right now because we are in an accumulation phase here for XRP, and that we are at that 786 retracement level, and that if it does pull back down in here and to accumulate, continue and go longer, right, we got out of that level. But if we have to consolidate on here for longer, that would be normal. I could see that as being normal. I'm rooting for a breakout. I'm rooting for us to get to 80 cents. I see that trend lines have been broken, no matter where we place them. But absolutely nothing is in the clear until we get above 80 cents for XRP and until we get a total breakout here in the total altcoin market cap with some conviction taking out that level. The great news for optimism is, though, that in every single bull run, when Bitcoin has done this parabolic rise, and when it reached this level right in here, Bitcoin would go sideways like this, just like that, and this is where all the altcoins disconnected from it. So I'm more optimistic that we're not going to be having a double tap and that we are going to see the breakouts coming right now. But I'd be doing you a disservice if I didn't mentally prepare you that those are always in the cards. Yet if it does, it's still an incredibly bullish market because that's a normal structure to occur and it still leads to a huge rise in the market. But let's not ignore the amazingness that is happening today on a Monday. We've got a big, nice green day over here on the XRP price chart. What a great way to start the week at nearly 57 cents as I'm recording. But all right, that's going to wrap it up for this one. I think that's a pretty good start to the week. It's always not so fun when we start the week with a bunch of red, but we're starting off with green. And not only that, XRP is at the top of the list on the green to start the week. So I'll take it. I'll take that any day of the week, not just the start of the week. But all right, we'll wrap this thing up. Guys, you can check out my website over here at bcbacker.com. This is my course where I put a ton of work into these videos, where I deep dive into the previous Bitcoin bull runs, the previous altcoin market cycles, talking about those different alt seasons, where they've occurred within Bitcoin's market cycles, what I'm going to be expecting in this market, and what my exit plans look like. I talk about rebalancing, percentages, mathematics, all the different stuff. I poured all of my knowledge that I've learned over the years into this course. I've got available for you over here on bcbacker.com. You can follow me over here on Twitter at bcbacker. But all right, that's it. I hope that you guys have a great start to your week. I hope that you had a great weekend. I want to thank you so much for watching my channel. If you could, please like this video and give it a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can be notified of when I create new content and when I go live. As always, this is not investment advice and I am not a financial advisor, but if you ever need a pick-me-up or a little bit of reassurance, just remember that the blockchain backers got your back. Have a good one.